consider myself part of the last of the village generation, if you will, where the whole neighborhood essentially looked out for each other. And we didn't call it advocacy, but that's what it was.
Being an advocate is a fabulous role in that you're able to provide a voice for those who all too often don't have it.
The dictionary says that it's giving voice to a particular cause, and I guess as I think about advocacy, that's the most immediate thing that comes to mind is individuals or organizations really giving voice to a particular cause or issue or a particular group of people who could use that support, who could use that encouragement.
Advocacy is when you, one, begin to educate yourself so you understand the policies and circumstances, what's going on, how a law may actually affect you. And then advocacy is when you begin to get vocal about it in different ways, whether it's writing to the newspaper or lobbying the congressman or doing a fundraiser for a particular issue. So it's not just one thing, it's a combination of things that helps you push a policy forward.
You don't really know what you can do until you try to do it, and I think that's why people should turn to advocates as a great example, because, 30, 40 years ago in Arkansas, so different than where it is today in terms of healthcare, in terms of the number of insured children we have, in terms of education. And Arkansas Advocates has played a huge role in bringing the state forward.
The landscape of Arkansas, I know that there are still so many vulnerable children and so many vulnerable families out there. Again, individuals who are very hardworking, honest people who really do just want to make a better life for themselves and for their families. But again, oftentimes don't have the sophistication to be able to advocate at the Capitol or to know how to combat a bill that could be potentially detrimental to their life and their lifestyle, and for them to be able to access some of those opportunities that they're looking to get. And so I think about advocates, and again, the expertise that is there and the drive that's there, the heart that is there for those individuals who really want to go to bat for those people who want those opportunities and in many respects deserve those opportunities.
Arkansas Advocates is a perfect avenue for people to find ways to become part of the solution. And I tell people all the time, however bad it is, it's happening on our watch. So what you gonna do about it?
Most people get their policy work off of Facebook lately, and so I don't think that's the way to do it. And so groups like Arkansas Advocates actually analyze the policy and give you factual information that you can use in your own life.
I think being an advocate and the work of Arkansas Advocates is vital, because so often in our society, it's unfortunate, but people with louder voices and larger paychecks get a seat at the table. And that is not always representative of those who need to be at the table, whether it's just discussing health care or education, the juvenile justice system.
To me, that is the importance of folks getting together, folks getting engaged, because we really can make a difference. Oftentimes we think that, we'll never have a voice, we'll never be heard. But there are real live examples of when people, got engaged, when they got together, when people had conversations, when people rallied their support, it has actually caused things to change, and for the better oftentimes. And so that is the importance of it, because it really does happen and it really does work. And there's strength in numbers, there's strength in people getting together. And the old analogy, if you have just one finger, there's not a whole lot of power there, but when you bring all those fingers together, you form that fist, you can make a mighty